Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you've been watching my previous videos, you could tell that there's something new in front of me. So instead of having to hold the mic now, I found this mic stand and now I don't have to hold anything, so I have my hands free. This is great because today we are talking about the Sony FX3, which I can now hold and show you. So if you read the caption of this video, you're probably like, there's no way that this thing can take pictures and they look good. But you know what? I was just a skeptic just like you. So I'm just gonna go through my experience of using this camera now for about 6 months and its capabilities as a photo camera as well. But before we dive into the FX3 as a dual shooter camera, if you like the content that I'm putting out, please like and subscribe. It really helps me see that I'm providing value to you guys. So please do that if you haven't. So let's just back up real quick. The Sony FX3 is a cinema line camera. It's a full frame camera. I love shooting 4K 120 with this thing for sports. It just makes everything look so clean and crispy and smooth. Here's a couple example shots that I've gotten from the Penn State whiteout game and when we played Northwestern at home. As you can see, it just looks so pretty. Shooting at 120 frames per second, it gives you so much creativity with the film where you can slow it down quite a bit without the film coming apart. And honestly, that's what I like about it the most, is just giving me options in post to be able to change the film and like just edit the way that I want to. But early on using this camera, I came across a problem. I don't necessarily want to just be known as a videographer. I'm always trying to expand on my talents, and one of those things was through photography. And I've actually been able to use my photography skills with the Gophers as well as the NFL. I was a little nervous trying to switch to this camera fully because I thought that it wasn't gonna be able to take that good of photos for me. I also knew I definitely didn't want to have to bring two different camera bodies. When it comes to traveling and shooting games, I always believe in packing light. Just bringing the right amount of stuff without having to worry about where everything is honestly, it saves you in the end. If you have questions about how to travel with a sports team or what stuff should I bring or how do I even prepare for that, check out the previous video. I linked it right here on the top. But back to the FX3. The FX3 never really crossed my mind as a photo camera at all. That was until we went to Nebraska this last football season. And let me tell you, when I was looking through some of these photos during the game, I was blown away. So here's some of my example photos that I took with the FX3 at Nebraska. I was super impressed with the way that this camera performed as far as being a dual shooter. Now, I'm not saying that this camera should replace your main photo camera. The FX3 seriously is an insane camera when it comes to being able to shoot both. And when I say both photo and video, I'm saying 70% video heavy and 30% photo heavy. This camera is not gonna wow you with all of, the capabilities that most photography cameras have. But again, this camera gets the job done, and it gets the job done well. The pictures that this camera produces are great for socials, quick turnaround stuff when it comes to like sports and delivering something like on the spot. But whether I'm traveling for football or basketball or I'm shooting a home game, you can bet that this camera is in my bag.